When we think of the best draft classes of all time, the 1984, 1996, and 2003 draft comes into mind. But in a few years, I think people will start thinking about the 2018 draft class going down as one of the best. Here's why. First, let's start off with the best player in this draft so far, Luka Doncic. Luka has had one of the best seasons we've ever seen for a second-year player. The only player you can argue that had a better sophomore season was LeBron James, but I personally think Luka has played better than LeBron in his second year. He's been able to average more points, rebounds, assists, and be slightly more efficient in less minutes per game. The way he's been able to turn the Mavericks franchise around has been very impressive. Many people before the season started didn't think they would be in the playoffs. Not only will they make the playoffs, they also have the #1 offense in the NBA, and a big reason for that is because of Luka. By the way things is looking so far, if Luka doesn't get injured, he's probably going to end his career as a top 10 player of all time. He can end up even higher, to be honest. If he's playing better than what Bron did his second year, and many people consider him the second best ever, I wonder what we're going to consider Luka when it's all said and done. The sky's the limit for him. Now let's talk about Trae Young, because that man is a problem too. Even though the Hawk sucks, the numbers that he's been putting up in only his second season has been crazy. Not too many players can put up almost 30 points and 9 assists in only their second year. Many players put in this position never put up these type of numbers. This is why he started in the All-Star game so early in his career. And he's only going to get better and better, so I can only imagine what he's going to be in a few years. I think he's going to be one of the best point guards of all time. Even though the Suns should have drafted Luka Doncic, DeAndre Ayton ain't no scrub, and he's had a pretty solid career so far. In his first 2 seasons, he's averaging 17 points and almost 11 rebounds, shooting 57% from the field. Seeing this type of production so early on in his career leads me to believe he'll be a 20-10 guy for most of his career. I think he will have multiple All-Star appearances and could possibly be a second or even a first option on a championship team in the future. One of his biggest problems though is he doesn't get to the foul line like that. He's only shooting 2.6 free throws a game for his career, which isn't good for a center. He's not a bad free throw shooter too. He's shooting 75%, so if he can get his attempts up, his scoring will go up significantly. This draft also has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's the second best player already on OKC that's currently 5th in the West. Chris Paul is a big reason for that, but another big reason is because of him. So far he's averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, shooting 47% from the field, 35% from 3, and 80% from the line. He's grown so much from his rookie season. I knew he was going to play well too once he got an opportunity because he showed a lot of potential when he was on the Clippers. I know eventually he will have multiple seasons making the All-Star team. I can't wait to see how his career turns out. People don't talk about what Collin Sexton has been doing this year enough. He's been hooping for the Cavs. This season he's averaging 20.8 points and 3 assists, shooting 47% from the field, 38% from 3, and 84% from the line. These numbers are very similar to the numbers Kyrie put up on the Cavs his second year. We see the player Kyrie turned out to be, so I believe Collin Sexton will end up being a really good player too. I don't think he'll be better than Kyrie, but you never know. If he turns out to be anything close to him, then he'll be great. 3 assists isn't enough for a point guard though. Once his playmaking gets better, he's going to be even more of a problem. I love the way Jaren Jackson Jr. has been playing so far as well too. I see a lot of star potential in him. So far this season, he's averaging 17 points and almost 5 rebounds, shooting 46% from the field, nearly 40% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, and 74% from the line. He's the second best player on a young Grizzlies team that's currently in the playoffs right now. He's a really good big for the modern NBA because of the way he can space the floor. I can definitely see him being an all-star for multiple years in the future. Marvin Bagley has battled injuries this year, so he hasn't played to the potential people thought he would, but he's still playing solid. For his career, he's averaging about 15 points and 7 rebounds, shooting 49% from the field in 25 minutes per game. Once his minutes goes up and he's healthy, I can possibly see him being a 20-10 guy. If he does that, then he will definitely have multiple All-Star appearances. Michael Porter Jr. didn't get to play that many minutes this year, but in his limited minutes, he's been playing really good. In 14 minutes per game, he's averaging 7.5 points and 4 rebounds, shooting 49% from the field and 42% from 3. I know when he gets a bigger role, he's going to be a star, mark my words. He has all the tools to be great. The fact he can handle and shoot the ball the way he does at that height is scary. It reminds me of Kevin Durant, even though he has a long way to go to be that type of player. If I was Mike Malone, I'll be playing him way more minutes right now. Now let's take a look at the players I think will be great role players or borderline all-stars from this draft. Landry Shamet is a player I think will be in the league for a long time. He's a knockdown shooter that's been great for the Clippers this season. I can see him hitting a lot of big shots throughout his career. I like the way Anthony Simmons been playing this year. He's kind of inconsistent, but when he plays big minutes, he plays really good. People forget he had a 37-point game against the Kings last year as a rookie. Kevin Huerter has been really solid for the Hawks. He's shown he can be a knockdown shooter. I like Dante DiVincenzo too. He's been playing good in his role for the Bucks. Devontae Graham had a pretty good season. He's going to be up there for the Most Improved Player award. Mitchell Robinson and Wendell Carter are two bigs that have the potential to be in the league for a long time as well. So as you can see, this draft class is really deep and has a lot of potential to be one of the greatest ever. Who do you think will be the best player in this class when it's all said and done? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more vids. Peace.